No, that's what it is. Breaking news on Blake Neff, bombshells dropping. So
and Paramount Tactical's in there, so I'll play it.
Yeah, Paramount Tactical's in there. Okay, so you just got to turn the volume up, and you're good to go on that.
Yep. Scotty's here, by the way.
Scotty, finally!
It's
What up,
about
Scotty?
flocking time.
I will I'll put the link in the chat for you.
Scotty, did you bring Louisiana?
That's kind of what prompted me to send it in. It just didn't sit right with me. And how certain are you that it was Tyler Robinson that you saw? 100%. 100%. When I had heard his voice, he was just a weird guy. And I wasn't really paying attention to my phone that day. I'd seen that Charlie had been shot, and I didn't really want to give any of my energy to it until I was done with work. And the next morning, I went to my other job, and my coworker was kind of talking to me about it. He pulled up a picture. He said I looked like I was a little shocked by it, because I recognized the face, and then later that night, or that day rather.
Are you kidding me? I'm already blocked. I'm playing it off my phone.
And when I heard his voice, it was no doubt a dead ringer that was him.
Pause it, Blake. And you know what? So this is the part that's about to play is the part in question where he's telling me that I'm not holding the receipt. I want you to pay very close attention to my words as I'm questioning my interviewee. Go ahead, Blake.
Yes, please pay attention to it.
Did we lose him?
9:47 on the checkout time.
You gotta go back a little bit.
That was him. And do you know what time he left? It was close to closing, so it was around. What time do you guys close? 10 o'clock. The receipt that I have here, and I have the receipt that was used that night by him, says 9:47 on the checkout time. Does that sound about right?
Can you pause it? The receipt that I have here, and I have the receipt that he used that night to check out. He goes, acknowledging the receipt that I have here. Literally.
He's acknowledging what you're saying, dude.
No. Then why would he acknowledge that if that's
what is he? Is he acknowledging this imaginary receipt that he watched the boss give me? What? What are you saying?
He would say what receipt if Diligent didn't have the receipt? What?
I don't see a receipt, sir. What receipts are you talking about?
What he's going to stop him. He's going to stop him and say, no, you don't have a receipt.
Yeah, why not?
He's not showing the receipt.
Why wouldn't he?
People don't do that, especially a young kid.
He literally was standing in front of the bar, in front of me, watching me, as his boss handed me the receipt, as his boss told the other worker to go get me a Ziploc baggie to put the receipt in. And then he walked in the other room with me. All I ever stated about this, Diligent, the only thing I've stated about this is that he did not confirm that you have a receipt. What he confirms is the time. He says, yeah, that sounds about right. That's what he confirmed.
When he asked him if he has the receipt in his hand, the kid said,
I said, the receipt that I have here, and I have...
He never... See, this is what you guys do.
I didn't ask him.
You change the thing.
I said, I have the receipt here.
He didn't say... do I have the receipt?
I said, I have the receipt here that was used that night. And he said, He is acknowledging my possession of the receipt.
He does not ever confirm that you have a receipt there. That is not what means. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Hey, Gary, is this something that that is going to be in direct contradiction to what you and your conversation with someone at the restaurant? Like, is that why you're so on this angle? Is that you actually have a contradictory statement?
He just said that I was being honest about it a minute ago. He said that I was being truthful in my reporting.
Okay, let's listen to it for.
I did say that.
Okay, so if I'm being truthful in my, Paramount, if I'm being truthful in my reporting, and this kid, not only this kid, but another waitress who is much old.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Much older than him. If my reporting's accurate,
no.
If my reporting is accurate, then there are two witnesses that 100% positively ID Tyler Robinson in Panguitch 3 hours away at 8:55 to 9:47 p.m.
It's not 3 hours away.
It's literally 2 hours and 59 minutes. 202 miles.
It's not three. No, hold on. No, here's a
Can't
part
triple
of the
stamp a
interview.
double stamp.
How many
Can't
times have
triple
you
stamp
made
a
the
double
drive,
stamp.
Paramount? How many times have you made that drive?
Hold on.
Hold on, little girl. Hold on.
This is what I will play from that interview discussion, because this is just talking about timelines, not about his opinions or anything else.
Are you talking about the clip where I said 2 hours mistakenly?
No, I'm not talking about your clip or anything else. And what I have just said, listen closely. You posted that clip. It was actually a shorter version of that, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. It doesn't matter. And you said, he even confirms that I have a receipt. This is like 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
He
And I said, he
acknowledged
doesn't
it.
confirm that you have a receipt. Okay, hold on. I disagree that there's any confirmation that you have a receipt there. Then I reached out to the owner. I talked to the owner. I've heard additional statements from the owner about all of this. And I can tell you it's very conflicting. And then I hear that you've posted a part of the phone call with him.
I posted the whole thing.
And I was actually fine. And I'm like, here's what's going on. This guy is playing both sides. So I do think that and I've stated this, and I do think that what you have reported on this in regards to this owner is correct. What I'm also saying is correct, because I think
it does not change the. I could care less what the owner is saying. The owner was not there. He does not know whether or not Tyler Robinson was there. He was not there that night. He said he wasn't there that night. He also doesn't have video footage to say whether or not Tyler Robinson is there. His public statement on their own Facebook page confirms as such. He says, and I quote, "We have no evidence whether Tyler Robinson was there that night." That means if or, right? It means I cannot confirm nor deny because I have no name on a receipt and I have no video footage, but we did answer the questions asked us truthfully. Who asked those questions? I asked those questions, right? So what they're saying is that the people there, when questioned, answered truthfully. That includes the waiter. That includes the owner, right? The owner never denied to me, not one single time, that Tyler Robinson was there. He said he didn't think Tyler Robinson was there, but my staff does. But it doesn't matter what his opinion is because he doesn't have any evidence either one way or the other, and he wasn't there himself. The only people's opinions who matter are the ones who were actually there and served the kid. That is the other server that I'm not going to name, and I'm not going to name either one of them, but the two servers that served him that night, they positively ID him 100%. Their opinion is the one that matters, right? And if you are being honest in seeking the truth, like you say you do, and not trying to push a specific narrative, you would acknowledge that and acknowledge that it creates a problem with the timeline, right? You just admitted that I was honestly reporting. The owner playing both sides, all of that shit's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is,
no. Here's what is relevant when it comes to the owner, and I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna talk about it.
Lit up.
It is directly relevant to what we are discussing.
You spoke to the owner? You have evidence that you spoke to the owner?
Yes. I'm going to play you a recording of it. Portions of it.
Hold on a sec. Is Gary just talking shit? Has he got any evidence of his interaction with the owner or what?
I think he called there.
He's going to play a portion of it, he said.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, the owner wasn't even there that night, and this other guy's interviewed two of the waiters. It's, this is ridiculous. He's so bought out. This is so obvious. And, he's losing his shit over that doesn't matter. I talked to the owner. The owner doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. He wasn't there.
All right, let's see what Gary has to say.
Let's see what Gary's got. He's like looking it up. I don't know what he's doing.
again, why would somebody who is not there, why would what they have to say be relevant to the investigation?
You can get there well under 2 hours.
What is that? Anybody can
What he
look it up.
says, what he says, it doesn't matter what you look up and what Waze gives you or Google gives you.
I've made the drive, bro.
There's plenty of.
What do you mean?
Ah,
Going there in a week or two, I will make the drive on video. I'll speed.
If you get pulled over, you got to tell them you're doing it for Tyler Robinson.
I'm giving him Paramount's number. I'm saying this guy demands that I do this.
It's the government
He said that he's going to
contract.
cover all of the legal fees, officer.
Can we kind of like get this going? Because there's a lot of folks who are wanting to talk and have other topics.
Sure. Let's talk while I find.
you guys
spot.
Okay, thanks.
Where he
Trillion
talks
was,
about-
Trillion
yeah,
was up earlier. So.
Trillion was already talking. Yeah, Trillion, he doesn't know who Victor Marx is. He already answered your question.
Okay, all right, let Trillion finish.
Well, can I do my line of questioning that I was cut off on? Would that be okay? I don't know why you keep involving yourself, fucking Tom. I wasn't talking to you at all. Like, just speak quiet for a second.
All right. Cry me a fucking river, dude.
Racist.
Oh my god, I thought we were.
Oh,
Can I just
I thought we were not talking shit, dude.
Like, you guys can go on about the receipt thing. Like,
Do you not remember we talked about being a family?
All right, big family.
We talked about being a family earlier.
what does the receipt?
The receipt thing is an actual alibi. Dude.
No, let's just
Go,
Trillion. Go
Come on,
for it.
Trillion. Ask your question. How is it an alibi? What if he went to go eat a steak later that day?
It has to do with the alibi. It matters. You're an idiot. It has to do with say what you're gonna say.
Can I just ask a question? There's 900 people in here who might not understand. The text messages are giving real-time live updates from Aura. He says, I am waiting for the cops to leave. He describes what he's observing while he's waiting for the cops to leave so he can attempt to go back and retrieve the firearm from the woods, allegedly, right? If he is in Panguitch, he cannot be in Orem sending real-time updates. So is it an alibi for the shooting itself? No, it is an alibi for the prosecution's timeline later in the day. If he's in Panguitch eating steak, he is not in Orem, which invalidates the text messages. What else is in the text messages? The confession is in the text messages. The instructions to Lance Twiggs are in the text messages. The exchange between Lance Twiggs, where Lance Twiggs validated through his testimony the text messages. It impeaches the text messages. It impeaches Lance Twiggs, and their whole case falls apart. That's why it's important. Thanks so much.
Good job, Diligent, because the receipt.
Damn.
All right, fantastic. What I'm trying to
Mic
say
drop.
is that there's no information factored into Gary's conclusion that everything the Fed said is absolutely accurate, and that's how it happened, because you have just chosen selective ignorance in this entire thing. You have to know who Victor Marx in this. He shows up immediately. He is one of the first.
What does he have to do? What does he have to do with the evidence? How does that impeach the evidence?
Because you have to understand that this is the.
I understand. I understand a lot of things about what was going on there and everything else taking place. What I'm asking you is, what does he have to do with the evidence?
Means motive.
How does he make the evidence false?
Means mode of opportunity. Because the whole.
What does he have to do? Like you can say a bunch of soliloquies, but we're here with facts. What does he have to do with the evidence being false?
Whoa.
Because you don't understand. You refuse to assimilate any knowledge.
Well, tell me what he has to do with the evidence being
shows
false.
up immediately in the aftermath. He is one of the first people to post that Charlie Kirk is dead. He immediately shows up with men to relieve Brian Harple's team. Brian Harple, Charlie's security. So why?
What time did he show up?
Sending to.
What time did he show up?
I don't know exactly what time he shows up. But
then this is a dumb conversation. Like it matters, right? But like this matters. And if you're going to say that he has some sort of relevance in this, we need to know exactly what time he shows up. Because what I have seen is that those guys were on the ground. Those guys were on the ground for a really long time. They went and talked.
This is is that you have just completely shut out of your mind anything that the feds didn't say. This is why
what it has to do with it.
Doing. And so
tell me what it has to do with it.
Laziness and ignorance becomes a lie.
I went to UVU. I've interviewed over a dozen eyewitnesses.
For the million people that watch her show every day. Dude, you're so two-faced. Like it's on.
Okay.
I have one quick question that this might help, and then I'll be gone. But if we keep fighting with each other,
Charlie's Angels.
Okay, so my question though is Gary, earlier you had said though that not one single expert has said that this and this about the ballistics that agrees with anything that not one single expert disagrees, whatever. But like, have you heard of Robert O'Neill's take? And would you consider him an expert?
I have.
Okay, so then that's
No, I would not. I would not consider him an expert in terminal ballistics. No, I
Really?
wouldn't.
But
What about capping fools?
That's Blake.
Always. But I don't know what your question is. Is he expert in capping fools? Yeah. And he's an expert in capping fools too.
What
I'm saying is that
do you consider yourself
what
an
I'm
expert
saying
in
is
terminal ballistics?
I just literally was talking
I
about
just
this
wanted
earlier.
to make sure we get
I am an
the
expert.
exact
Hold on.
terminology.
Sure. What I said earlier, and I've said multiple
Thank you,
ever since
Keith.
going back to this, is what I'm
Love
an
you,
expert in?
Keith.
I'm an expert in ballistics. I'm an expert in internal ballistics and
Love you,
external
Keith.
ballistics.
Drive safe,
That's
bro.
what I am as someone that teaches long range. There is nobody other than pathologists that are an expert in terminal ballistics and what happens when, because like we've seen these things. I've seen lots of people shot. I've participated in those activities. But what we don't sit there and
Why is
do,
it buzzing?
and there really isn't a lot of relevance with this either, because what we're talking about is full metal jacket rounds versus a forelock bullet that is going to behave exactly what we expect to see. What we expect to see is exactly what we saw, and that is a cup and core bullet that broke apart, that dumped that energy, that had a massive hydrostatic shock wave go through all out Charlie, including his entire head blows up, y'all. Go look at this thing in slow motion and see how his head expands. That is that energy
Why?
and going up.
His head barely does anything.
We actually have the cortical posture,
Probably the neck.
which is
That's not
He,
his head.
he calls himself the expert, but then he was like flip flopping on it. First he said it couldn't have been a 30-06. Then he goes back and says it is a 30-06. Now he says his head's blowing up. Like, what is he doing?
Like, there's a lot more that we're looking to than just one piece of evidence, though. We're looking at the
But
whole
you can't-
combination.
you can't-
I
you
believe
can't
that you're
use-
definitely an expert on that part.
You can't use frame rate and resolution as an excuse to explain why we can't see things a certain way, but then also say, well, we can accurately see that his head expands. If you're going to say that the frame rate isn't fast enough, the resolution isn't fast enough for us to be able to see definitively what happened, it applies to the
what happens with the bullet.
To that as
what
well.
happens with the bullet?
The cavitation is
What
also
happens
as
with the
fast
bullet?
as the movement of the shirt. You were talking about the shirt. You weren't talking about the bullet. You were talking about the shirt. I was referencing the deflection and the rise of the shirt. You were saying that the reason why it appears it does is because of the resolution and the frame rate. I'm telling you the same applies. The same logic applies from the shirt to his neck. If we're going to say cavitation causes,
There's certain things that you can capture. Not exactly that, and you absolutely can. And there's, by the way, there's
Scotty.
multiple sides where his head, his entire face, literally freaking expands.
Yeah, I pointed it
Swells
out.
up. And
Yeah, cavitation. No one's saying that there wasn't cavitation. No one's saying that there wasn't cavitation. I'm not.
Can you explain your thoughts on the necklace?
well, there are people.
Can you
What's that?
explain your thoughts on what happens to the necklace?
Yeah, and I have
Sorry, I
explained this
haven't
in
heard.
multiple live streams as well. No, that's fine. That's fine. We have a round that actually hits him in the spine, approximately where the necklace is actually sitting on the back of his neck. We have a necklace that is sitting still, just like a Newton's cradle, is suddenly accelerated to, I don't know, a lot. And then when you yank it back, but a very short distance, it doesn't go far, but it gets yanked back in the rear. And I've demonstrated it doing this on a dummy myself, where the pendant that's hanging on the necklace flies upward. You yank it back real fast, just a short distance, and that's exactly what takes place. So we have hundreds of pounds of energy being transferred to that necklace in a very short amount of time. It's rapid acceleration to the point to where now it's probably pulling 2 or 3 Gs or more. Probably more than that. I mean, it's probably more like 10 Gs.
But it didn't go through
that
the
we
skin.
have that pendant.
Well, that was my
What's
next
that?
question, actually, because
Yeah, it doesn't
yesterday
go
you
through the
had
skin.
mentioned this specific type of bullet that I guess you guys had just recently found out what it was. What did you say it was?
It's a centrifuge.
It's a core lock. It's a
And
Remington
that
Core-Lock.
those kinds of bullets are meant to just explode like that. I
It's
don't
like
know.
it's like the mix between a hollow point and a full metal jacket, right? It's like not fully a hollow point that immediately flattens your mushrooms and does a shrapnel expand, right?
It's like if you want to go to the Serengeti and get a rhino, that's what you'd take, basically.
No, you wouldn't.
So you had mentioned something.
What does
these are known,
that bullet do when it impacts?
It actually
Oh my God, Gary's such a retard. He's such a fucking retard.
It compresses and actually it mushrooms out. But what these are known for is if they hit bone, they fragment heavily, just like
When
that.
you,
But it didn't hit bone. But
There's
it didn't,
I just
it
played
went through flesh and then it hit bone.
Yes.
so when you came up with the determination that you believed that Tyler Robinson shot him and that the bullet didn't leave his neck, you at the time did you have did you think that this was the kind of bullet?
No. What I've stated, and by the way, over a month ago, I said I think this is going to be a Core-Lock bullet. I literally have that, and I think it's going to be 150 grain. We don't know what the grain is now. What I've always stated since I did the research is that it is not as uncommon for a bullet to not exit with a 30-06 as people think it is. That is my stance then. That's my stance now. I cannot say, I mean, based on the information, I would agree that that's exactly what happened. But that was always my stance. And if you're starting off with, it's impossible, it would have blown
Gary's stance has been over barreled by the feds, dude. That's his only stance.
He's bought.
What is your data to back that up, though?
Yeah, what's your data?
You say it's more.
Still
not
waiting for
common
him to
or
provide that
uncommon as people
evidence
think.
against
Well,
Diligent. Where is it?
what's your data?
My data is we have lots of pathology reports from the military.
What do you mean lots?
No, we don't.
Both military and
Thousands?
I'd like to see
dozens
that.
and dozens and dozens of
Same.
30-06 not exiting. And then we also have the same Core-Lock bullet hitting deer in the neck, small deer, and not exiting. And when you guys say it's impossible, what is
Do you have this posted in a place where we could review them?
I can sure find them.
I can answer that.
I've reviewed them.
When the ballistic expert was on the stand, did she tell us it was a Core-Lock bullet?
No, she does not
So
state
you
that
don't
it's
know
Core-Lock.
what
I can
kind
answer
of
that
you
question.
don't
Damn,
know-
nice question.
We can see exactly what it is.
That was a full.
I can answer that
was a
question.
full unfired cartridge.
Stop it,
You
Jordan.
don't know how many. I have cartridges that have mixed ammo in them.
He used a completely different cartridge. He used a completely different cartridge.
You still don't know what kind of. You do not. You have no evidence what kind of bullet hit Charlie Kirk.
Again, I'm going to go back to what I just said, Diligent. My evidence is that it is much more common for a 30-06 to not exit than people think. So you can sit there and play whatever.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What is he talking about?
Evidence, though, like then you say on reverse that any Candace whatever has zero evidence.
See what Elizabeth is saying, everybody?
Actually, she could put the statistics together.
Smart move
It might
by
not come to the
Gary.
same conclusion you think, but I just Gary. Then one time you were saying that you said
Then why did
you said about
say,
the Tyler
why did
Robinson
she
real quick
say-
that you said, well, until I find out it is him, or unless it's someone can prove to me it's not him, then I'm gonna then it's pretty much what they tell me. It's got to be him. And you even though said it was you said it was a 1 in a million chance. That even if it's 1 in a million chance.
Yes, you did say that.
It's probably more than that until someone else proves different. And I just think I'm just asking like when it comes.
Nah, it's definitely not.
But you did say that. I'm just saying, but you're kind of. That's why I think maybe that you work
I've
backwards.
never said
like,
any of that.
He's innocent until proven guilty.
No, I don't.
Well, you're.
Someone who's not blocked, go ask about the video.
That until I have
What the
evidence
heck,
that
man? WIsha,
something
like, what
else
the heck's
took
going on
place,
here?
all of this evidence aligns. And it's the same evidence that's going to be put forth in front of the jury, and they're going to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's my exact
Find
point.
evidence tomorrow.
We all know that's never going to happen.
Yes, it will. Diligent, right now on this space, I will bet you $10,000.
Okay, dude, we're not
that he
gambling, but this is a good. Hold on, Paramount. We're not gambling. This is a good segue to what I want to talk about. So,
I can answer that question.
Real quick, Jordan.
Sorry.
hold on,
Glad you
hold on,
confirmed that,
hold
Gary.
on,
Thank you.
Jordan waiting.
What a meltdown this space is.
Jordan,
It's a
go ahead.
meltdown
That's fine.
space.
You're next.
This isn't a roast, it's a melt.
Confirm anything. I refuted what you said, just so we're clear. Go ahead.
Thank you. Gary asked, what is our data set that tells us that the 30-06 would not stop? Our data set is field demonstration after field demonstration after field demonstration of 30-06 with every imaginable bullet type not stopping.
In your face, Gary.
Put at it. Valhalla BFT did another one right after the prelim hearing where he used the exact bullet that was confirmed in trial as best we could, and it did not stop after significant mass, the closest we can get, and much more towards an analog for what we see. So my question then is, after that data set, how do we reproduce a 30-06 stopping in bone and flesh?
Well, Gary said yesterday that anyone that does those kinds
that
of
was the question to Gary.
Are rednecks, and that you really shouldn't waste your time to do that.
I agree with that. That is 100% true. What did you just say?
How would Jordan? Yeah,
Jordan.
To Gary.
He forgot the
He's
question.
saying that they have a recreate an accurate. He's using they were up at the same angle. It was same pitch, same 142 yards or whatever, right? And it was through thicker, denser bone material than Charlie's neck and spine, and it just completely blew out completely on the back, right? And are you discounting that?
My question is, what do we have to do to get one of these things to stop?
Can I say something?
Well, I mean,
yeah, go for it.
Plenty of data.
Super quick.
Go ahead quickly.
Okay. So
I can't pause it.
Oh, never
Just
mind.
be
I'll
quick,
jump in later. No, never mind.
The other side of it was completely open. So I don't even, we definitely saw that it fragmented
together package
and had
I think we can do like questions as we're going. This has been going on for a while, and it's circular bickering. Right?
I'm just going to play it for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to end it.
It's denser when it's frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, five or 10
No
minutes.
worries, Ali. I
okay.
didn't know you couldn't pause it. No worries.
I can't.
No, it's live.
Jordan, have you been able to have your?
But we'll talk about it. We'll talk.
Tornado, I love you.
Rephrase it. Gary, you say that you were a ballistics, terminal ballistics expert, I believe.
No, I'm not.
It was internal.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Internal, external.
With your experience, with your expertise. Oh my God.
It's a fucking flood law.
Okay. With your experience, with your expertise, can you give us instructions on how we can best try to get a 30-06 bullet to stop?
Something important, sweetie. It's important. You just take that away from the mic for a sec.
That is similar to Charlie's. You take something that's close to a similar
I
analog to Charlie.
want to say something and have it heard clearly.
Babe, I'm going to play it and then I'm going to stop it after we talk.
No. This needs to, babe, trust me,
God.
Trust me, babe. Just turn down the volume. You can do it for 3 seconds. Okay, guys, so I just want to bring notice to the comments that we have in our chat. Does anybody have a DM with Charlotte who can ask her to then remind Gary about the audio?
I have her text.
Okay,
I'll text
so
her.
let's do that before we hop off this.
Okay, I'll do her.
I'll
do that now.
I want to hear Gary's response to, or whatever evidence he apparently has with the owner.
But here's the thing.
Because he sidetracked that whole conversation and now they're on bullets, right? And he's not provided that evidence. He's just talked shit.
You're going to have a sample size.
I want him to provide
If
his
you guys
evidence.
have questions that you want to talk about,
I'm pretty sure his handler is the one in this space. This is a meltdown like butter in the hot sun in Arizona, dude. It's ridiculous.
I'm just gonna let it play a little bit. I'm not gonna stay here all night with this, but
we need to pass this along to Charlotte. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. This is circular slop talk.
In a week, 2 weeks with a gun, and I'm going to be able to shoot stuff at stuff with Kelly. What do I need to do to get it to stop in a T-bone steak with the round tumbling?
T-bone steak
or something.
Well, first,
I mean, we're not going to have like a cadaver or a personal volunteer.
There's so many. This is the problem here is not realizing how many variables that you're trying to reproduce.
Oh, so it's impossible to reproduce, Gary? Give me a break.
You're just going to go out there, but you're going to need a large enough sample size to conclude to anything. If you take a piece of dead meat out there, and by the way, I just posted in the comments a 30-06 that was shot in 10% gelatin that stopped in 11 inches. Stopped in 11 inches. There's no bone in that. That doesn't even come close to the representation of what's going on there. So that's 155 grain, 30-06 that stopped in 11 inches. We have full
Baron was live on
fragmentation. We
Diligence
have
today.
a massive cavity, a permanent cavity, never mind the temporary cavity that would have created through the hydrostatic shock wave. So that right there, you add a human spine in that, which is designed to displace energy and it's a huge shock absorber that has billions of pieces of, it's all tied together through meat, through muscle, sinew, cartilage. Like, this is not that hard to sit to sit here and say that this is impossible.
They did that with the cow bone, which is much thicker.
With a cow bone,
very fresh too.
What I'm telling you is what we have is we have 4 people. I want, like, a hard bone does not simulate the human spine. It doesn't even come close. A spine that's not, I will say that the closest thing that you could possibly do to recreate what we've seen on there that I've seen so far is what VFT did. The distance was right, the angle was approximately right, and then we shot a pig. What I would have liked to have seen is not to have the pig butchered to the front, which again, even then,
Thank you,
what we
Kronk.
have is we've removed all the fluids from this. That's a huge component of this as well. Anytime that you shoot a high-powered rifle round into water, it's going to shatter. Just shatter. So all of these things play some major components. That's the closest as we've gotten. And given how much that bullet fragmented, had the front of the pig not been open, I don't think that we would have seen any sort of pass-through.
I agree.
And on top of that, we have plenty. Like on top of that, we have plenty of examples of small deer that are very similar to what we would see with Charlie Kirk that have been shot with no exit wound. I literally played a video with Ron Spoomer the other night talking about 30-06 in cup and core bullets. Exactly that. He's like, the problem with those is they usually don't exit, and all this damage is done inside the deer, and we don't have an exit wound, so now we don't have a blood trail. Like, this is known.
Yeah. Well, no, you just smuggle that in. If you shoot it at water, it's going to penetrate 18 to 24 inches. So stop saying, you made it sound like it's just going to hit the surface of the water and shatter. No, it's going to penetrate the water significantly. So, stop.
I don't know what the water
You tried to smuggle that in there.
Gary, you argued.
What I'm telling you, again.
He literally has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
A thread, sorry, Jordan, I'll go right back to you, but a thread on examples of, for sure, 30-06, doing the damage.
I've done like 6 3-hour podcasts.
No, I'm not
and
talking
gone
about a
through all of these
podcast. I'm saying on X because not everyone.
Well, I know you're not talking about a podcast, but what I'm saying is I've sat there.
You were talking about a
You
podcast.
slid over.
I
You almost
understand.
ended
So
the
then it
stream,
shouldn't
babe.
be that hard. Maybe Jen, the producer, can help you put together a thread of your best evidence for X.
Why don't you guys look it up yourself?
Gary, there's no need to be rude. I just asked.
Jen the handler, more like it.
Research, and you have talked about these examples, that it would be super helpful if you're trying to get a point across to this other side, then to make a thread with these things in an order. Then it's like you've put you've put your side out and given people an opportunity to go look at it. That's all.
I mean,
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll put together a thread of all this stuff. I mean, I have talked about these on X amongst other things, and what I do want to show you guys.
I think at this point, almost 10 and a half months in, like, we all need to just see official, as close as possible. And Jordan's big deal is doing testing. If you're not going to be able to do testing to recreate, then, sharing your examples as close as possible to what helps prove your case, particularly with the 30-06, I think people would certainly appreciate it.
Fair enough. So here we have, if you go down the,
By the way, Muppet read my message, guys.
things that I've posted. Number one is
Muppet and Charlotte read my message. They're gonna tell him.
Yeah, Get Crunk said Jordan also read the message, so we're bombarding them.
Nice.
This is how you get shit done.
How you get the shit done?
Versus 30-06. So which
Good
do you
night,
guys,
love.
what do you guys think? What's going to
Good night, love. Good night, Annie.
Good night, love.
You know, Blake, I'd appreciate if you play that. And then they
Good
also
night,
talk
you flocking
about
losers.
the
Leaving
30-06
early.
rounds hitting
Are you
water as
leaving
well
too?
and shattering
Love
the
you.
impact. I don't know how much
No, I'm
how
not.
far
Then don't
they
leave.
actually
Why'd you say that?
Leaving.
it really doesn't matter.
I was
Again, that
talking
is
to the
just
people that
water.
were going to
She's talking to
bed.
the chat.
We also
Oh,
have
okay.
the rest
Yeah,
of the
the
tissue and
Baylors,
everything else
the
to
early
deal with.
Baylors.
But the fact is that bullets do shatter. High power rifle rounds are going to shatter, and we see that exactly what takes place with the evidence that we've been provided. So, I mean, everything's lining up, and we can sit here and try to, and it's fair. You can find the areas where it does line up, and I'm all about that. But what
You got
I'm
that
not
audio
about
lined up?
is
You have exhibited
constantly
You got that
bragging
audio?
about certain
Yeah.
things.
you have not exhibited any.
That round was not meant to shatter. Just
You
you so
just said
full
you're
of
all
shit,
about
dude.
finding out where it's not fair, right? And you have been the complete opposite for the
Not
last
fair.
9 months.
Nice.
That's
Joseph.
absolutely not true. Not true at all.
What line of skepticism have you drawn towards the official narrative? Give me one example in the last 9 months. One example.
Bingo. Well, what I've maintained for the last 9 months is that I think that other people were involved in this.
That's not skepticism towards the
And I
official
also-
narrative. The feds have been saying that.
Dang.
What's that?
The feds said that. That's part of the official narrative, that they think other leftist, furry, trans cult members are all potentially linked in this. They were going to continue investigating. They haven't produced anything in the last year, right? But that is not contrary to the official narrative. That's part of it.
Okay.
Yes, it
Did
is.
you get that recording you were going to play, Gary?
Hold on, Muppet. Hold on. I want to hear the skepticism.
It was for diligent.
Oh, Muppet.
Oh,
If you could just give me one
oh.
example
That's right.
of you being skeptic
Let's go,
of the
Muppet.
official narrative,
That a
or
boy,
something that
bro.
didn't add up, that was presented to us in the
I
last
was
9 months.
skeptical.
One.
I was skeptical for the first 2.5, 3 months. I was about the first 2 months. Again, I can't remember exactly when I went to UVU. I think it was mid-October or something along those lines.
Here's where
when I saw what was.
Oh, Jordan,
here's why
give it
I'm
a rest.
skeptical of the federal narrative. When I look at the chain behavior of the necklace, I look at the back of it. It's not disturbed until 80 milliseconds.
Oh my
That's
God,
not
nobody
consistent
cares.
with cavitation. That's why I reject.
We
the
don't care,
cavitation.
Jordan.
The back
Ugh.
of the necklace should move.
I'd rather
first,
get
but
a
it doesn't. It moves
colonoscopy.
80 milliseconds in.
Jordan, zip it.
Just stop, Jordan.
The
At least they give you good drugs for a colonoscopy. This is horrible. I need heroin.
will be your
Ah, Scotty.
ulterior.
Like,
Oh,
who made
oh.
Gary the king of this? Like, who made? Why do we even
Well, this is
talk about him?
Spaces. This is
Annoying.
Blake's Spaces, so
Yes.
I'm under duress.
Thank you. Yes.
But I've shared that with you before.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to get on a sash up here. That's all right.
I'm going to get kicked out of the space if I say what I think it was.
Well, it just kind of like it just ruins it ruins the vibe.
Okay, here's what I will say with all of this.
Agree with Blake on that.
Where I started off with this was number one, investigating what I think took place. The other thing that I did from day 2 was when people were saying it was a palm gun. I'm like, nope, it's not a palm gun, and here's why it's not a palm gun. And immediately it was like, you're a Fed, you're paid by Israel. Like
I was joking. I was joking.
He was joking.
What I've done is use my background, my expertise to say what things aren't. And that's what I have done time and time again.
That's what I just did.
The federal government, absolutely. Yes, and I agree with that. The federal government absolutely lies. But guess what? We also have social media personalities that lie a lot, and they're highly incentivized to do so.
I'm not
So
incentivized
that's
to
what
do
I
so,
see.
and I
And
haven't
when I
lied
see-
at all, but you've been calling me a liar.
Gary
And
knows
you've been
all
saying I'm a
about
liar.
incentivized
Neither is
lying.
true. I spent $40,000 of my own fucking money to go over there and investigate.
Okay.
Okay, what?
But the reason it's not is because the back of the necklace moves.
Oh,
80
sorry,
milliseconds
Scotty's not in
not
there.
First, that's why it's not cavitation.
Based on what video?
The The one that's on my profile banner?
Okay, and I'll check that out. And again, what you see is different things from different perspectives because regardless.
No, we see the same thing from every perspective. It's visible enough.
No.
Yes.
Where you start to see movement is completely different.
It's doctored footage.
Every single perspective.
No, we start to see
Gary's the only one that doesn't see
doctored footage.
Because the cameras aren't lined up. Some of those are capturing in between frames with other cameras.
Mid-gray, Blake, doctored footage, allegedly.
You need to send WIsha a new link.
Oh, okay.
And we've talked about this exact same thing. And again, Jordan, you're welcome to come on. I'll have you on. We will talk about all of that. Again,
Gary's not going to talk about shit, dude. He's not even showing his evidence. Shut the fuck up, Gary.
Muppet tried to bring it up, and then people just talked over Muppet. He tried to bring it up.
He has to do it again.
I do want to ask you about that.
They're derailing to the bullet and the cavitation.
Hold on, I'll send the link. Hold on.
So you're not contracted for the government?
But I mean, there's also.
That is not working for the government. When I sell gear to the government, that is not that I don't work for the government. Walmart.
Oh my God, that's completely working for the government. What are you talking about?
Were you contracted?
I am not contracted. That was not that was a sale. That was
It is a
Gaslighting 101.
Then what's it called? Donating your time, Gary? You dumb son of a bitch.
It is not. It is not.
How long ago were you contracted to the government?
Oh my God, dude! I literally had this whole conversation. And no, it is not contracted.
You just brought it back up, bro. You're the one that brought it back up, not me.
And you weren't forthright about it, Gary, and we can discuss that, later.
You're lying. What are you talking about?
Okay, here's a suggestion.
I'm talking about when I'm sitting here talking. You guys can sit here and say whatever you want about me. You can sit there and say I lie. You can sit there and like twist my words around. You can sit there and call me names. You can sit there and say all these things. And when I do it back to you, suddenly I got.
He's just saying the women, bro.
I would like to say something nice about Gary.
No.
Okay.
I would like to say something nice about Gary.
Oh my God.
You don't
Jordan.
freaking care.
Fucking stop.
Gary, and I really like watching Gary. To find out.
He has a great video out. I can say that nice about Gary. It's beautiful. The Bee Gees theme.
On that case. Thank you for providing that.
Oh my God, Jordan.
And
I went through all the exact same things as I'm going through now.
What I think happens now, though, and I think I still have it pulled up. What I think happens now is we get into some fights and we get super unprofessional. And I have a tweet pulled up from the other day.
By we,
says,
he means you.
You're literally the dumbest woman on social media. This was a post to Anna Escobar. Watching you desperately cosplay as Timu Candace Owens is genuinely embarrassing. You're maybe 1/10 as intelligent and talented while matching her depravity and evil stride for stride. That lip filler must have finally migrated to whatever gray matter you had left. This is very unprofessional, and I think that's why we get off on the wrong foot sometimes.
Well, let me tell you something. I've had nothing but
Blake, your mic's open. Hold on, Blake, your mic's open.
Oh, that's the Lion King love song. I was just playing it to set the mood.
Sounds like shit.
Stu Peters is down there too.
Dude, Blake sounds so emasculated.
Yeah, I asked
Like
him if he
every
wanted to come
single
up, and he
person in
said
here
that
just
he's
about.
driving a car right now, but he will when he can.
I will say Blake has been the funniest
Sit
person
here
in the whole
and
night.
play
Though.
this game where we clutch our pearls and we're going to pretend that everybody in here is righteous and doesn't get into it with
Blake
people.
needs to get off rentboy.com and Grinders to talk, dude. He hasn't said anything.
Is that I do my very best when you guys come to my spaces to not do that to you, and I don't let people cut you off. And when they do,
When it's
drop
recorded,
them.
though,
And
because
everybody
I was
that's
cut
been
off a handful of times by very lunatic.
You kept me muted,
emotional
bro.
people.
You dropped me.
Women,
dropped me.
actually.
Yeah, I did, because you wouldn't stop talking over me and anyone else that was talking.
Jordan, ask a question.
I make sure that I talk to you with respect, and I don't get the same. I don't get that in return when I come to your spaces. I get attacked
Gary,
from
if I
15
have
different
a
people by 15
neutral
different
zero
ways.
follower account host, both of us as co-hosts, you debate me one-on-one, and then you'll be a co-host, I'll be a co-host. Nobody can mute each other. Nobody's gaining followers. Nobody's gaining anything from it. It would just be me, you,
I will debate on this topic anytime, anywhere with anyone. I have no problems doing that. Okay.
Tell me with the fucking golf shoes, man.
Moderator, you can come and do it on Try and Prove It. We have a great monitor in Kelly Rayburn.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
Hey, Gary, when I pushed back at you, you blocked me.
No. When you sit there and you smear me with lies,
I didn't smear you with any lies at all. What are you talking about?
Did he call you a criminal, Gary, when you don't have a criminal record? Did he call you a criminal?
What lies did I say?
Well, you're welcome to block me too, Diligent. So, what lies did you say?
Yeah.
Let me pull up your post.
Go for it.
You got your post handy? Read the post.
I read it. I wrote it. I know what it says.
Okay. Read it. I don't remember it by heart right now.
Well, you're the one claiming I lied. So.
Well, you're the one sitting here. You did lie. That was an absolute lie.
What was
So
the
lie?
What was the lie?
I will find the post and I will happily tell you what the lies are.
The word lie.
I don't really care if people call me a liar, but this has some facts to back it up.
I'm going to back it up with facts. This makes it hard to believe you change your mind. You had the same qualifications and experience that you do now as you did back then. You were already an expert on ballistics and firearms when you said this, and other experts agreed. The other experts haven't changed their mind. Right after the podcast, the Fort Huachuca story you broke, so did your reality. First of all, that's not true. The timing of these two events didn't go unnoticed, and neither did your brand new DoD contracts. Weren't brand new, started in June. We all know if you butt heads with establishment, you're unlikely to do business with them again in the future. Completely untrue. I can say whatever I want, and guess what? GSA is still going to award me contracts if I so choose to.
Are you getting more contracts?
Small veteran-owned business.
Are you likely to get more?
No, I haven't got any more contracts.
You haven't applied for any more?
Oh my god, dude! It's like watching a porn with like just a plumber coming over and fixing a sink, dude. There's no
The entire process. It was a waste of time and money.
Right, so what did I lie about? Button heads with the establishment, stop you from working with them in the future. Is that a lie?
That is a lie.
And where? How?
That is a lie.
Really?
I can sit here and say whatever I want. It's not going to change the procurement office at the GSA.
So you're likely to get more government contracts. Okay. Cool. Okay, go. What else?
I could get more government contracts. I have a.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got? You calling me a liar over that vague statement?
You claim no You claim no association with TPUSA, and they don't feed you talking points. They don't feed me talking points.
Right, they just feed you Erica's alibi in text messages with pictures in them saying, "Don't share, Gary. Don't share. Please don't share."
I'm not going to sit here and relitigate. And I did share.
Yeah, you did accidentally because he's feeding you talking points. What are you? What else is
I literally read.
What else are you claiming I lied about? Keep going.
You are a liar.
Okay.
You are a liar. I literally read the entire text message to everybody here.
So they didn't. He wasn't feeding you a talking point then. Is that what you're saying?
It sounds like you think. If I may, it sounds like you have a problem with his opinion, right? The factual statements he made in his post aren't inaccurate. You were contracted to the DoD previously.
It is no.
You did get information from Andrew Colvin and
listen. Hold on. Would it be accurate to say that the guy giving you a statement, or that the owner of the smokehouse was feeding you talking?
Okay, go back and play that recording you got pulled up.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes, Muppet. Yes.
Just go play that recording you've got pulled up for Diligent. Play that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Since you just brought that up,
Yes.
I would like to. You got a recording handy?
Yeah.
Can you send it to Blake to play?
Yeah. Play it.
I'm gonna have to cut it.
Oh, he's got to cut it now.
I gotta talk to Jen, the producer.
You notice how?
Oh my god, is this real right now?
Notice.
Go right ahead, Muppet. I really
Why don't we not talk shit about
I really want to play it, but let me cut it first.
That I am fully transparent. Played my entire conversation with everybody at the restaurant, excluding only names that were mentioned. Right. But when it comes to the conversation that he's using to rebut my point somehow, he is redacting portions for whatever reason.
Wait, what?
Play it.
You said that you're cutting it. You can't just play it.
So wait, what?
Yeah.
You guys didn't forget
What are
it?
you editing?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I am editing Okay, look, you know what? This is
Play
the
it.
problem. Is I can't come out here and talk to you guys in good faith at all.
What do you mean?
Guys have no good faith in you
Hey,
whatsoever.
John, how,
No,
John,
no,
go
no,
ahead
no.
and ask
Play
what
it.
you need to ask. Have your hand up.
Play it.
And Gary,
I think
John's
he's
actually a
gonna. I
fan
think
of
he's
yours.
gonna bounce before he plays that because of
No,
he doesn't
Gary's
want to burn it.
Nice.
Gary, John's a fan of yours, so if you'd like to let him speak, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
No, we're not skipping the subject.
Oh.
For heaven's sake.
Slay.
I think he shot him with a foldable gun he had in his backpack.
Oh, not
And
this
Gary
John
made a
guy
video
again.
There he goes.
Back in November.
No, I
Did you
can't
see
do
it?
this
And
one.
I made him respond to you. Great, I did. And the things I think don't miss, right? The video, I made an hour and 22-minute video. I wanted you.
Okay, I can't listen to this guy. This guy drives me crazy, so I'm just going to pause for a second. I'm going to put it down, and we can talk until this guy's done.
Dude, I have the biggest blue balls right now, dude. This is ridiculous. This is retarded. Gary, just play a fucking tape if you got the tape, or do you even have a tape?
Yeah, well, whether he does or not, I think he might have something, but I guarantee it probably doesn't say what he says it says. He's saying it causes doubt into the statement.
Just like his ballistic text don't do what it do because it doesn't do what it does.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
God,
So,
I can't even talk right now. I'm so upset about
Can
this
I
whole
ask
thing
a
because he's
serious
so
question?
retarded.
Can I ask a serious question? Why do people give Gary
He's
the time?
probably cutting it right now.
hold on. What
Why do
was
you
that?
give
Alex?
him the time? Like, what makes him the expert above everybody else and who has actually done ballistics training, who has actually read, like, I have seriously read documentation that the Fed have put out on a 30-06 ballistic and what damage it does to a deer. And let me tell you, I have something in front of me that, like, I looked up and read, and on the amount of yards a deer goes when shot in the neck is like 1 yard before they're dead. I mean,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
a fucking deer, okay? Like, what makes Gary an expert? This is like,
I used to ride horses. There are more muscles in a deer's neck than there is in the entire human body.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
who
and
gives him the time? I can't with him.
It's
I don't
just
know
that
why people
he's well,
give
it's
him
just
a
that he's
voice.
the leader, I guess, the so-called leader of the, the Fed narrative online. So it's just like
Like, if
he's
people just ignored him, he would just like evaporate into the abyss, you know?
What I've
Yeah.
said, and this is where I stand on this.
She hasn't spoken yet.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
And I'd like to go over.
She just asked a question. We missed
So
it.
his account is based off of killing 20 people. How many people have you killed?
I don't post those numbers, and that's not something I'm going to talk about.
Is it more than 20 or less than 20?
I'm not going to say one way or the other.
He doesn't have to.
That's not information. That's not information.
Stop it,
That's
Jordan.
Extremely personal information that I don't want.
I think Jordan's a fucking fag.
Taken off. Any other theory, but we literally have a man who's shot bin Laden in the head, saying that shirts don't move like that.
Allegedly.
Oh.
I mean, that feels okay. I mean, I guess you could go down there.
Allegedly.
It happened.
But if we have somebody of his caliber saying that
I have
there's
a lot. Well, I've done 4 combat tours, including the initial push into Iraq.
Allegedly.
I've seen plenty
Allegedly.
of combat. Allegedly, yeah. I mean, I'm not claiming anything other than that. I have that on my DD-214. People have seen this stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. I disagree with him. By the way, Matt Tardio, who is a very well-decorated combat veteran as well, disagrees with him.
So
you
used to be
in
that interview.
Matt Tardy's explosives, not guns.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, that
Oh,
it
no,
looks like an
he's-
explosion, not a shot. So I just think that your statement claiming that there's no evidence to support any other theory, you've got some pretty higher up dudes.
I stand by that.
Well, how do you can't say that though. You cannot say that when there are people that have actually,
Oh,
I mean, I
can.
guess you can because you fall in line with saying whatever you want on here because you just
In
want
your
to start
face,
off paragraph
Gary.
pointing to the left. Like, if you want people to take you seriously too, you've got to quit this whole leftist.
I don't
Like,
care if you guys take me seriously. Like, I'm not here to convince
yeah, you are. That's the whole reason you're in this
I'm here
space.
to tell people, no, I'm not.
God
Then why
bless
are
this
you here?
woman.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm honestly not. Because when somebody's sitting there saying that something about DS and that I protect Israelis,
I love her.
I came to the States.
That sounds like defending yourself.
Specifically. And
Well, here's my next thing. Here's my next
Okay,
thing.
but I'm
What
not
happened
trying
to
to
you in
convince-
Valhalla? Because y'all were on the same path and then y'all aren't. Now y'all are going down different directions. Do you discredit the work that he's doing and think that
Real Houseman of somewhere.
I think that he has lied multiple times, and I've called him out on it in text and publicly, and that's where I stand with it.
Okay, so y'all aren't on the same path anymore at all.
I don't know what path he's on.
How did you get so connected with Brian Harpool and Turning Point people to where you're like their main guy, ballistic, everything? When did that happen?
I mean, I explained. I don't know. Did you just show up?
That was earlier in here. You were talking about all that.
Yeah, I covered that at length. I mean,
No, you don't have to repeat it. I'll go back and listen to the recording if you already said it. I'm just wondering.
No, so the way that here, I'll say this. Somewhere around October,
That means
I don't
I'm
remember
lying.
exactly when Brian Harpool's girlfriend reached out to me and told me who she was, and then ultimately Brian Harpool, I ended up getting his phone number. I was trying to get a hold of him originally, especially to determine whether or not that Charlie Kirk did or did not have body armor on. And what he stated to me when I finally talked to him was that, hey, look, I appreciate that you're like the only one that's been objective and you've gotten most of this stuff right. And I was like, look, I'd really like to have you on for a podcast. And that's where it went from there. And during that same period of time, when I was reaching out to different people that had firsthand experience of what was going on, I had DM'd.
I'm about ready to lose my shit.
I was trying to confirm or deny whether or not Charlie was wearing body armor.
Yes, Jeannie.
I sent that DM probably maybe a week at most after the whole thing took place. And then he finally responded to me in like November because I had been talking to Stephen Gardner. And I think that Stephen Gardner had said that he knew how to contact Andrew. And I actually said, look, I'd really like to hear from Andrew on this. And I think it was like November. I think it was actually late November that I ended up the first time that I talked to Andrew.
Okay,
Colbert.
and then is this how you got brought into the whole like Mitch Snow smear campaign?
No, that was completely separate. Those were two different tracks altogether. First,
doesn't deny it was a smear.
First thing that I became
doesn't deny the
aware
smear.
of about Mitch Snow and that whole thing was the original podcast by Candace Owens, and I actually watched a reaction video from Nate over at VFT a couple days after that original podcast aired. So that was December 9th that she aired the first Fort Huachuca meeting. I saw that and I saw his reaction to it. I didn't even make a video on it. I was like, that's crazy. And then Candace released the second one with Mitch Snow December 19th or 18th. And that's where I got involved.
And how?
Had nothing.
How did you get involved? How did you get all of his exes? How did you get this guy that claims to be his son? How did like all of that happen?
Yeah, so the first thing that was going on was people were reaching out to VFT and to me. And then I started talking to Nate, and he was getting some information. And so the day after that, I started doing background checks. And then somebody sent me Mitch Snow's real name, and I don't remember who. And I want to say it was a guy that I ended up talking to that ended up being his quote unquote best friend that was completely appalled by what he was saying and also felt that it was he was lying.
Appalled by what he was saying about Fort
so I started
Washington?
doing back. Yes,
that is so appalling.
Was he
What's
there
that?
with him to claim that he was lying?
No, there's nothing
No, he was also
appalling that was
military.
said.
He
I
was
just think
also-
that's hilarious. Continue, Gary.
I love this girl.
Well,
I
it
love
is
this
appalling.
girl.
It's appalling that anyone would believe that you would walk into Joint Task Force Southern Border, and there'd be some secret meeting taking place to take out Charlie Kirk.
He didn't know what it was then. That's kind of an assumption.
That was the assumption that was presented on the show. I mean, that was the inference during the
She's so badass.
that. My question is, how did you get involved? I want to know how you got a hold of these exes. I want to know how you got a hold of this.
I started doing background checks on Mitch Snow and Harry Myers. And then I came across additional people that were connected to him. The person that I came across was...
This was just an independent thing and you started reaching out to people.
100%. Like 100%. I just was pulling...
Why were you so passionate about trying to get dirt on him?
It was a complete lie, and I knew it.
How did you know it?
You used the word lies.
This is crazy. It just shows motive behind you. I'm trying to get to like, what is your motive here?
I know how the military works, and I know that is not correct.
It's not correct to see high brass, which has been proven to have been there. That's not correct. That's a lie.
No, there was no conspiracy. Hold on. So let's go back to how that show was predicated. Candace Owens starts out.
I think everybody in here has seen that show with Candace. We really don't have to like recap that. I want to recap, like, yeah, you're just trying to claim all this. I just want to know how you got involved, because it's just bizarre to me that a ballistics guy that shoots guns and has been in combat sees this guy come on Fort Huachuca and he goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go find exes and I'm going to go find fake sons and I'm going to go do a smear campaign like we're on Jerry Springer. It's exactly what you did. And it just falls way out of line with like your role, I would presume, in this case.
Did you not just claim that you did?
My role is whatever. I'm a free American. My role is to do
Burn.
So what's that?
Did you not just claim that you did a background check on Mitch Snow, which is obviously where you got the information?
And
so
as
that
an
is what you
American, I
did,
can do that.
just like what Honest Asher said you did.
Campaign. I wanted to know the truth, and I actually I did a background check on him, like any good investigative journalist would do. This is
anybody else in here? Did y'all immediately do a background check on Mitch? Whenever
Does that on Erica
well, then you should.
That was wrong, though.
I just think it's interesting that you hooked up with Andrew Colvett, then you're hooking up with Brian Harpel, and then immediately, which we all know that they were threatening Candace not to bring Mitch Snow on her show. The minute that she does, then you go on a Jerry Springer like smear campaign on this guy. You sound connected, my guy.
Nobody knew who Mitch. This is a lie. I'm actually putting in work and actually doing an investigation. There was no threats to not bring on Mitch Snow. That's a total lie. Nobody knew who Mitch Snow was until that episode aired on December 19th.
We can say that, but
that's not true.
They held him in confinement for 7 hours and labeled him a bomb threat while they were in their bomb meeting. It was just pretty interesting.
Nobody knew who Mitch Snow.
I'm sure that they weren't doing anything behind the scenes to try to protect and cover their asses.
Cover their asses for
Mitch
what?
Snow talking to Candace Owens or anyone. I'm just interested in why you were like, I'm going to go find exes. I'm going to go find fake sons. I'm going to like tell the world this guy is just this horrible human. No, he's not. It's
That's
actually
his real
not.
Son. That's his real son.
You're wrong.
No.
His real son. Okay.
You are.
It's not his biological son.
DNA test, Mr. Investigator.
So wait, real quick, what's the difference between what you did with Mitch Snow and what Candace Owens did with Erica Kirk doing her background check and all of that?
Ooh, nice question.
Because he claimed and she claimed that there was a conspiracy that was taking place at Fort Huachuca.
He did not claim that on Candace Owens at all. That is, he said who he saw and how he saw.
No, she let him speak on her channel and share what he thought he saw.
What she said opening up that was, hey, after this episode, the U.S. government is going to have to admit that they are involved in the conspiracy to kill Charlie Kirk. That's what she opened up that episode.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get your involvement and how you involved yourself. That's really
Well, you keep talking over me, and I can't even talk. So I just told you what my involvement was, and yes, I'm not going to sit there and let
if you can align yourself and put yourself in a position, not necessarily, but if you can align yourself and put yourself in a position where you have a YouTube channel and you can, you're really good at, say, orating or defending certain positions. On Gary's side, he's not risking being canceled. He's not risking being debanked. He can just align himself with the official narrative, build his YouTube, and they love this. TPUSA loves this, in my opinion.
I did just
hold on, you're interrupting. You're interrupting me because this is exactly your plan. Okay, I didn't say.
Oh, did they shut him off? What happened?
Oh,
Really,
I don't know.
Apparently, in my opinion, have an interest that you won't be.
Somebody's
If you
losing
align yourself with the
connection.
official narrative, you can get a big payday from me, whether it's Wire, TPUSA. In my opinion, you can get a payday from so many entities out there. And you're not going to take the other side, obviously, right? Because then you risk being canceled, debanked. Now, you could get Alex Jones. So that's I think the motive here. If people are looking for a motive, he's already has a channel. You're like, oh wait, I can grow my channel. I can get Brian Purple on my channel. I can say, look, guys, I'm not knocking you. I mean, you did have to put in the work. So, but you knew if you did.
Yeah,
put
but
in the
I would
work,
argue that. I
and
don't
you
think you
align
put on the
yourself-
work. No, wait. I'm going to argue that because here's
then-
what I think.
you
I
can-
think that they handed Gary information. I think that they gave Gary, hey, do this, do that. The same way Andrew Colvett wants to text you. Here's a picture of Erica Kirk's kids on.
Did they hand that information to Nate?
I have no idea. I don't know Nate's deal. That's what I was trying to ask you about. Like, when did that split? When did he not become part of the slop? Like, that's an interesting point that I would like to figure out.
We were both offended.
You were
by what was being
offended that
said,
he saw
and that the-
high brass that's been
Yes.
proven at Fort Chica. That offends
That's
you.
not what was being
You don't
said.
want to
That's not
know
what was being
if
said.
our military
Stolen
is
valor.
involved in something like this.
Woo!
That's not what was being said.
Love this
What
girl.
was said was that there-
Yeah, this guy's risked his
Yeah, I
life
am
to
a
come out
patriot.
and say
I've
some
actually
stuff like
served my
this, and
country.
he's having
Yes.
his life smeared
Yes.
and everything.
He's saying.
Risked his life.
Who is saying?
I think you asked a good point. You asked.
Well, yeah, because I'm just like getting into this whole area where it's like, Gary, this is where the distrust comes from. It's because you aligned yourself with something that has nothing to do with ballistics. You come
I
out of
already
the gate
talked to
swinging like
Mitch.
a jerk. Don't interrupt me too. You come out of the gate swinging, talking about exes and drama and BS that has nothing to do with even a man in your role. And then it's like paid. Yeah, your role. You are a military man. Why are you talking to exes? Why are you bringing up kids? Why are you doing like childish smear campaigns on people trying to discredit people because they saw something at a fort? And then you start out the gate. That's how I saw you start out the gate in all of this.
He's buffering. He's
buffering.
Well,
I give you a break to talk and you don't talk.
No, I'm trying to let her
Yeah,
talk.
leave that there.
What are you talking about? Every time that you pause, I talk, and you said, "Don't interrupt me." I've already explained all of this multiple times. The fact of the matter is that both Nate and I, we saw that episode. We were like, "Oh my God, dude!" They're basically saying that the U.S. military down at Fort Huachuca, of all things, and that he walked into some secret meeting that didn't happen. That you're not going to.
It's already been proven that meeting did happen.
He never
There was a SAM flight that flew out of it.
How has it been proven? How has it been proven that meeting took place?
How has it been proven that it hasn't?
What is the guy right underneath the Secretary of War that was already there? And there's the
Ash is speaking.
denied with everybody else that was on that flight. But he
Some meeting
from the White House denied it.
So first you start off. So first you start off.
Yes,
I will circle the ones that are speaking. She's speaking right now.
And yes, this is live, guys. This is live.
So they're speculating. I'm talking about the Mitch Snow stuff. I'm just talking about how you came into this entire investigation looking like you were working for Turning Point USA. And that's why I'm trying to ask, like, how you got involved. That was I don't know why you keep going to this whole Candace Owens
So
stuff.
does DFT, does Nate look like he's working for?
Well, that's what I would love to know too. When and how did y'all split off?
Well, no.
What happened?
We literally were investigating this together. We were the ones doing it. He was getting information on Mitch Snow from USASOC. I was exploring other leads. We were both sharing the information, and it went from there. And the first thing that I did was get Mitch Snow on the phone, and he's lying to my
Yeah, I've
face.
heard that
And I
entire
just
phone
asked him-
call. You were acting like you were his best
No, you didn't
fucking
actually-
friend.
you didn't
And
actually-
there was somebody else on the
You
call.
didn't actually.
There was someone else. Was that Valhalla?
Don't cut me off.
Was he on the call too?
Do not cut me off. Do not cut
Just
me
wondering.
off. Do not cut me
Women
off.
off.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. I'm sitting here telling you that, number one, first of all, you haven't heard that entire phone call because 30 minutes of that was missing.
Oh,
30
I've
minutes
heard
of
it,
that
buddy.
phone call was missing. You have not heard the 30 minutes that it was missing.
I've heard the whole call.
They didn't post it. No, you didn't. I'm telling you, 30
So
minutes.
who was the
missing.
other person that was
And I
on the
still have the
call
call
with you?
records.
Because there was another number on the phone call. Who was on it with you guys? Was that Valhalla?
Another number. There was no other number on the call.
Yes, there was.
What are you talking
There
about?
was another person on the call. I was just going to see if you were going to admit
It's
if it was
Valhalla.
Valhalla or not.
It was Valhalla.
Call with us.
Hmm?
There was the only person the only other voice that was on the call was Amy, Mitch's girlfriend.
Nope.
Okay. Someone else was on the phone call, and we have a phone number. And I was just wondering if we need to research into who it was.
No, it wasn't.
Who was it?
I
Gary?
think she's talks to Mitch.
There was nobody else on the phone.
Maybe it was somebody more important than Valhalla.
You're
Oh.
I will
making a
dig
lot of
into
claims
that.
here. Please post
Okay.
it. Please
I got
post
you,
it.
dog. I got you.
Please
Don't
post
worry.
that.
I got you.
And
Stay tuned, everyone.
Yes, please post. I would love to see that, and have them post the entire call without.
This just got fucking awesome.
People deserve to hear the rest of that, so they can hear what a liar that
Mitch Snow has not been a liar about any of this stuff.
And I
His
was
story
willing-
has
and I
never
was willing-
changed, but yours
and I
sure
was
has.
willing-
Your story's changed a lot, actually.
How was my story?
Well,
changed?
it went from,
How was my
that's
story
an
changed,
exit
though?
wound. Oh, there's a bulletproof vest. Oh, there's this, to, oh my God, I'm Turning Point USA 2.0, 1000%, guys. It's the left. Go left. They're horrible. It's just everything's against, like, bro. Come on.
Cool.
You're the only one in this group right now that has a story.
That's what he's got to say.
It's okay to have new information.
Shut the fuck up, Jordan.
Okay, Jordan, you're starting to make me think you're a shill.
Because no, I'm not the only one that has changed their story dramatically. As a matter of fact,
Jordan's got to change his profile pic. I'm offended of it.
Did we lose somebody? I think he's looking for the video or something.
He's editing it.
In the meantime, let's let Joa talk. Oh, Joa's up here? I was actually.
Okay, so we can talk for a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shyster! There's a mosquito in here. That's what's biting me.
Okay, what 30 minutes is missing from that that phone call?
Listen. I'm going to tell you. I've talked to Mitch. Mitch isn't lying. He showed me a lot of stuff. So I'm going to tell you right now. I know who's lying. And like she just said, Honest Ash, I'm pretty sure she probably talked to Mitch or Stu Peters or something, that girl.
Mhm.
But I don't know if you've ever seen that call that Mitch recorded when Paramount called him, when Gary called him. It was like almost like an hour call. And he posted it online. Anyways, that's not his biological son either. Okay. And everything he said was the truth. Uncle Tom is talking.
Out of emotion. It's not.
Uncle Tom,
It's
not out of
because
emotion.
you don't. What do you,
I
but
don't
you're
believe
saying
her,
that.
and I think she's defrauding Americans.
That's
And I think
that's
Gary Coleman is
emotion.
defrauding
That's emotion,
Americans.
but that's not your
Because
job.
you have
That's
aligned
not your
yourself
job.
with Turning Point USA. You have
That has
put yourself
nothing
in a
to do with
position
you.
to where you look like a Fed. You look
Ash
like
is
you
talking,
are
Honest
part
Ash.
of their
I
team.
look like. I don't care what anyone in this room
Can I pause?
thinks I look
No,
like
Kelly.
or anything else.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I think you guys look like
Yeah.
lunatics. I really do.
Okay. I mean,
Right, but you should want to support your fellow. I'm sorry, Kelly.
now.
I just want to. I didn't get to.
I know.
So yeah, you should want your fellow. We're your fellow citizens. You claim to be a patriot. So why not allow us to, look into this? You should be supportive of it. The official narrative already has people, has our tax dollars behind.
Don't lie.
It.
Don't
Our,
lie.
well, no. Wait. I didn't lie anything. You're talking over me. That already has our tax dollars behind it. There's already people on the job of the official narrative. We've got MSM. We've got people on that already. You don't need to be doing that. And there's attorneys that handle defamation. There's attorneys that handle slander. You don't need to handle that. All you need to do is say, hey, I believe the official narrative, and go about your business and run your podcast. There's no reason to, or you can be honest. Instead of derailing or doing disinfo, you could just be honest and say, hey, I'm coming in here because I don't like Candace. Just say you don't like her. But to come in here and then start to attack other people's theories, because other people in here don't all have the same theory. They have different theories. They all have minds of their own. So you're just attacking everybody's theory, even if they differ, because it's not official. It's not the official narrative. So like, we're paying our government to handle the official narrative. We're not paying. Well, we kind of are paying you in a way, but it's not your job, bro. So you have no excuse other than you have no excuse other than
it's not your job to determine what my job is. And no, I'm going to continue to do what I think is morally necessary.
I'm not determining your job. I'm just telling where where your logic is flawed.
You're
and
telling
why
me
you
what
look.
my job
I'm telling
is
you why your logic
I don't
is
care
flawed.
what you guys think I look like. I don't give a shit what you think. I
Oh.
don't, Uncle Tom.
Well,
I think
That's what happens when you get that.
Is not filing a lawsuit against Candace. And I understand they like sent her a cease and desist, but that was kind of a hollow piece of paper anyway. If they're not filing a lawsuit against her, doesn't that tell you everything you need to know? And why do you feel the need to go above and beyond what Turning Point is doing?
Emotions.
What?
Did you hear the question, Gary?
Gary's not. Did he leave? Oh my God, did he leave? No, he's still there. Oh, he's not a speaker. He's not a speaker. He's not a speaker. Oh, there he's back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you hear the question, or would you like me to ask again?
The question is why I was going above and beyond what Turning Point is doing?
Yes, yeah. If they're not, you're making all these accusations about Candace, that she's slanderous, that she's slandering Turning Point, slandering Erica, and all this stuff. If that's the case, why don't you let TPUSA take the lead? If they have enough merit in their case to pursue a lawsuit against her, why not allow them to do so? And the other, which begs the obvious question, if she is slanderous, why haven't they filed a lawsuit?
Well, I'm making it right now.
Well, first and foremost, what I do is not determined by anything or predicated by anything that Turning Point USA is going to do. I latched onto this, and well, it was probably around mid-November where I first was made aware of what Candace was saying and doing, and I felt a duty and responsibility to expose what she was doing and saying.
Well, real quick, that's funny because wait, real quick, hold on, real quick. That's funny because yesterday you said that they are going to sue Candace. As if you knew that they are going to sue Candace.
I do think that
that's why
I literally also said I'm speculating on that, but I do think they're going to sue Candace.
What's the holdup though? Why haven't they filed a lawsuit? Wouldn't they have done that like a year ago, months ago?
No. So again, this is speculation, but I think they're trying to get through the midterms, and if they do file a lawsuit, it's going to take up a lot of time, resources, energy, people, and I don't think they want to take away from the midterms. They have a year on the statute of limitation, and he basically started defaming Erica specifically probably around January. So they have through January, and they may just be letting her, I don't know, continue to say things. They're just going to continue to add to the lawsuit. Everybody said the same thing about when we were talking about Fort Huachuca and Brian Harpel. They're like, well, why doesn't Brian Harpel sue if this is legit? Well, he's suing now. So, I think that is coming.
And all the judges recused themselves of the case, but okay.
Yeah, that has to do with Candace. It doesn't have anything to do with Brian Harpel. And that doesn't, I don't know what your point is with that, Uncle Tom. So we're going to see that lawsuit.
It's not going anywhere.
And according to every lawyer that I've talked to so far, and I've had the Beard lawyer on twice in regarding to this, he thinks that it's like she's screwed. And so you're welcome to take it from there.
Yeah, no, so yeah, okay. I understand your point. Look, a lawsuit could be coming. I think it isn't coming. I think we would have seen it by now. But like, what is there like a moment where you realized you felt a calling to this case? Like you had to push the Tyler Robinson narrative. You had to set the record straight about Tyler Robinson. Like, well, what is it about this narrative that called you to be its defender?
Tyler Robinson can be innocent or guilty. I don't care about that. What I care about is the evidence. Now, the current evidence leads me to believe
we don't have any.
I mean, he's guilty. With that being said, I can tell you exactly where I.
Oh my God, I can't even listen to this. Okay, so he's saying he's already guilty. Guys, are you there? I'm just gonna mute it for a second.
I'm here.
Oh, get him up.
It shows an obsession.
I'm going to do what I want to do. Maybe I'm obsessed, but what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do. Candace has mentioned me definitely, 50 plus times on her show. And again, most of those were lies.
So you've mentioned her 150 times since April.
Is your name Gary Not So Tactical?
Oh. And then because I go and post about you, because I don't agree with your answers, and I don't think your answers are honest, and I go and post about it, you go and block me like a little girl.
No, when you have to descend to ad hominem after you and I had a good
There was no ad
discussion.
hominem. I made you into a meme. Grow up. You said you had a thick skin.
When you're sitting there saying that I'm like, don't listen to Gary, he's paid by the government. You can't attack my arguments. You can't attack my arguments. So you go, that's an ad hominem. I don't know.
Well, no, because of the people that you're standing up for, Gary. I've watched a lot of your shows, and you just talk about, these people that talk about Israel, and they're just crazy, and they've got no idea what they're talking about. There's a lot of information that leads to an Israeli.
Every time, no, there's zero evidence that anything leads to an Israeli anything. Zero evidence.
Yeah,
No,
because
there's
you
a
don't know
lot.
who Victor Marx is.
No, there's not.
You're just
What's that?
ignorant. You're just ignorant.
you're
I'm
blissfully
Just to
ignorant.
take in
You guys make
information.
things
That's
up.
all it is. You've
You
just
guys make
curated
things
yourself
up.
with a set of facts,
No.
and then we say there's more facts.
Tell me
to
what
it.
evidence. Hold on, Troy. Okay, lay out the evidence that Israel was involved. Besides text messages.
I did.
Text
Why don't you
messages.
unblock me and show up for an actual
No,
space like a
no,
man
no,
instead of
I'm
doing
done-
it here
I'm
in
done with
5
you. I'm
minutes so
done
you
with
can do the
you.
same ignorant
I'm
bullshit
done
that
with
Andrew
you.
Schultzen
I am
does.
not gonna
Hey, I'm
talk
putting it on the
to you.
table. Unblock me. Come join
Nope.
an actual space,
Nope.
and I will go through
Not
it.
gonna happen. I
well,
gave
then
you.
cry- then
I
just
went to
keep crying
multiple
like
of your
a little girl.
spaces. I went to multiple of your spaces.
Yeah, and I cooked you for 4
You didn't
hours, then
cook
you stopped showing
anything.
up.
You didn't cook anything, dude.
Yeah,
You're
right.
right.
Well, people can be their own judge. You got cooked for 4
Nobody
hours.
got cooked.
You
didn't
ended
even know
up with Bolshevik Muslims in 1979 overthrowing
You didn't even know
Iran.
that the communists led the Iranian.
No, they
revolt.
didn't. It was the
They did.
Islamic Revolution led by
with
Shia Muslims.
with the
idiot.
communists. With the
Yeah,
communists.
okay, and the
Go
nationalists.
look it up.
Anyway, back on topic, Gary. This is why
yes,
people
I-
have the impression
yeah,
that
hey,
you
guys.
guys.
Okay.
I
Hold on.
want to see you go to bat for Victor Marx. I can't wait for that.
I just want to say,
Josie, what's up?
hold on real quick. I just want to say, Paramount, I do appreciate the way that you treated me in your space. It would have been appreciated from me if the other people that were jumping on me were just toned down because they were extremely emotional. But that being said, I hope you can believe me when I'm saying that I was not trying to be disingenuous.
Okay.
And I would have done the same for you or anybody else had I known the correct wording that they use or whatever the case is. So you can feel the way that you feel, but I just wanted to make that clear. I'm not here to really kind of do the same thing that's kind of happening right now. And I just want to say that I do appreciate the way that you were.
Well, I appreciate our discussion.
Her name is Luna.
I don't hold you responsible for all the other craziness, and I wouldn't do that. And I've had good discussions with Kelly Rabone. I've had good discussions with Blake. And it's Raybon. Sorry, Raybon.
Is it?
What's that? Blake. Anyways, I do have to get off here. I stayed up here way longer than I intended. For those of you that did discuss civilly, I appreciate you. For those of you that, well, you know how I feel about some of you. It is what it is. So anyways, thank you guys for having me.
Unblock me and show up to
Thank
today.
you.
Gary,
You're done.
Hold on.
You're
Gary,
done.
Long as
Gary,
you want. Anytime.
Gary,
we appreciate
thank you for coming on and talking.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in here, Gary.
And he didn't play the video.
Wait, Gary, real quick. I'm so sorry. I interrupted Josie. I feel like she may have a genuine question for you. I'm not sure. So I feel kind of bad if maybe you can just give her a second before you bounce.
That's Trillion.
Actually, I was just, you guys wanted to play a clip earlier and you didn't have somebody with a second device. I do have a second device and can play whatever you guys want me to play. Just DM me the clips.
Oh.
I think it was.
What is wrong with my
but
phone?
I think he also may have played it. I'm not sure.
Sorry, guys. Something's wrong with buzzing.
I think it was already played.
Oh, shush up.
Never got.
I was listening.
played,
They couldn't
but-
play it.
Yep.
It didn't get played.
Nope.
No, it didn't. No, it was just like 10 seconds of it.
This is Trillion.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think we should.
I
I
put it
gotta
down in
go.
the comments. You guys go watch if you want. Again, it was Candace Owens saying that 100%.
Not
Yeah,
that
was
one.
shot
Candace
with a
Owens
30-06.
did this to me.
His neck did stop, and this was going back to somebody that was saying that I changed my position. She's changed her position multiple times. Anytime that I've changed my position, I've explained in detail, and it
We
wasn't
have all
anything that I
changed
came
our
out
position.
overnight and changed my position on. You guys can go watch my content. I literally am an open book and transparent to my viewers of where my thought process is, what I'm thinking, and that's just the way that it is. So, when we jump from the French Foreign Legion to shots underneath the table, the shots from the crowd to, camera guns.
That's
and I'm
just
not saying that
asking
she said,
questions and going through an investigation because nobody
No,
will
the
release
problem-
actual
the problem
information.
is-
They just want to lie and they want to hide and they don't want to give us anything. So we're trying to dig, while apparently your little side over there is just like, well, we're not going to show anything but the official narrative, and it's the left and it's
Honest
gay
ass.
trans furries, which we don't even know if they're gay or if they're trans because it seems like Lance went through a whole de-transformation. So tell your people to
Yes,
put some evidence out, and
thank-
we won't be talking about all of our little investigations.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. For
Okay,
having me.
bye.
We'll talk to you later.
Oh.
Gary's a
Stop
bitch.
attacking each other and let's go to sleep.
He just drives me crazy. Sorry.
I know.
Oh, that was so fun.
Oh,
That
dude,
Garrett
that,
comes back
his
anonymously.
his little meltdown was hilarious.
Yeah. So that's it.
Muppet
That's it.
and
I
Honest
find it very
Ass.
weird that Blake Benzinar and Kelly have him in there. So that's okay.
Well, they're probably secret lovers, but whatever.
Secret
Pure spec.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they show up at the same time at the trial. Wonder where they were staying. Was it in the same hotel?
Yeah. I mean, we they all did videos with him way back in September, which I thought was weird because Blake had the footage. He had the footage, and his first video was with Paramount Tactical, and he gave him the video apparently
Yeah.
for UVU. So everything is weird. Mid-gray's weird. Doctored footage is weird. I found stuff in the video, and I literally worked hard finding that thing on his neck and John Bray, which me and him kind of don't have the same theories, but he said that's not blood. So what the heck is it?
Well, if it's not blood, I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
We
Fucking
got
finger
doctored
color in
footage.
here?
So that shirt, when it goes up, somebody made that happen. So you can't
Yeah.
see what's happening here. They did
Well,
that.
and then the picture of her on stage with the blood over the heart where it says freedom, that was a one-off shirt. They didn't have white shirts before that. He only wore black.
Yep.
Why was it going to be white that day? Why was it going to be white? Gee, maybe so you could see the blood run red when the exploding mic went off. But little they know, it probably would have burned. But the thing about it is one of those. Okay, so the exploding mic theory. Here's the deal. There's a thing called a claymore that they have in the United States military, and it has on it face forward. And then it says facing backwards. And the reason is because its detonation charge was C4, and it has a backing on it, so that when it blows up, it's like a shotgun that sends out these little BBs out of it. If an enemy's coming, they trip wire or something, or you can detonate it remotely, and it shoots out the front. But if you're standing directly behind it, nothing's going to happen to you because it has a backing on it. You know what I mean? And so,
Can anybody answer this freaking question? Because I don't understand.
Okay, so I think I know.
Okay.
So I've heard this just through the grapevine. I didn't actually research it, but apparently there was a $25 million inheritance scam where money was basically taken from an old guy and given to TPUSA. And
is that the death clause thing where you can send your inheritance to TPUSA?
Something like that, but I guess there was an allegation that the Mitch guy who's been going on the podcast, was the one facilitating it. That Mitch guy who's coming out saying all this stuff.
I think I covered it. This is old news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were still going to court over that the last time I looked.
Well, and it
I mean,
was
that's
that
ridiculous. I mean,
guy.
25 million is a lot of money, and so his son decides,
I never
donate
saw
it.
an amount in the court paperwork, but
Well, I think it had to do with it, like that guy that's coming out on all the podcasts right now and just did the Black Line brief. It was like related to him, which, right? I think that was the big
yes.
thing.
So I think is his name Mike Mitchell. Is that right? Does that sound right? Or Mitch?
What his name is like artifact something on X.
That sounds
That's
familiar.
the camera guy. That's the camera guy.
Yeah,
But
the
his
camera guy.
dad
Yes,
was like
his
a
dad.
caretaker of the
His dad.
Alton Jennings.
Yeah.
And Alton Jennings was like pushing all of his family away. Pretty much he disinherited his grandson and gave that money to TPUSA.
Yeah.
So it's in question whether he was in his right mind to do that.
But when we were watching the her event, that one lady said you should all the older ladies, we should all donate our money to TPUSA. I have it in my will.
Yeah.
Who is
And now you
getting
can
these
don-
elderly women to do this?
Was it you that posted
They're
that you can
orderlies?
like donate your old cars and
after a certain age, your prefrontal cortex starts to shrink again. So like they're just not with it. Like that's why, people need to be forced to take driver's license tests every year after a certain age, in my opinion, because your reflexes slow, any of your critical thinking slows down. Like I learned that in CNA 101.
I just remind my mom to use the blinker when she's driving. I mean, it drives me insane.
I was a CNA at one point as well.
Oh, of course you were.
I love old people.
I do too.
I love my mom. Not old people are great though because they have no filter. Like, oh, let me tell you about when I was killing Japanese overseas. I'm like, whoa, slow down, dude. How do we get here?
Oh yeah, I loved when I worked at the nursing home.
Yeah,
Allie, I sent you something on X that Baron Coleman just reposted and quoted, and it's a very interesting theory on what happened to Charlie Kirk's body.
Oh my gosh, I sent it to her too.
Saying, we've been talking about this since we can't find the body, like since freaking September. Like we think that they cremated him, but I'll bring it up. Who said that? Who was
it's not cremated. It's worse than that. It's Baron Coleman.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that where they froze?
But I just want to say like that.
Nope.
It's worse.
It's way worse. This is like
okay. So here is if you go to Baron's page, if you scroll down, he retweeted Owen Benjamin. So this may sound crazy, but the whole why won't they say where Charlie's buried thing could be a lot darker than people imagine. Did they cremate him? I think it could be much darker. Oh no, they didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't. I can't even get on here. So you can read that. Their enemy. No. Don't go there. Okay, I can't read that. I'm not going to read that out loud because I can't.
What I think is crazy about this is that Owen posted that. He quote posted it, Baron, and so did Milo. And Milo's like, I've never seen Owen be wrong about this stuff. And that's actually what made me find it. And then I saw Baron had quote posted it too.
I'm gonna fucking post it myself.
So they're all speculating on this theory right here.
You guys know I did all that Mason, even like Muppet knows I did all that Masonic shit. Like, you know what?
We read the files.
Yeah, and the files. And do you see how I did a whole thing on the paving and how they paved it over and they put the flower pots and all that stuff. That's also Masonic as well.
Yeah.
The flower pots, guys. Like I did a whole thing on it, but
and Erica's ring,
yeah,
and her suspicious family ties. I mean, nothing's
what do you mean
off
her
the
ring?
table.
What about her ring? Which ring?
That little.
No, that's a freedom. That's the freedom medal.
It's not the.
No, people are getting it wrong.
Okay,
I don't know who put that conspiracy out there, but that medal on her the star or whatever, that is actually Charlie's. He got the Medal of Freedom from Trump, right? But there was the big one and the small one. She took the small one and made a ring out of it. Kind of weird.
It was a little
she
strange.
Did say that in a video. If you guys go watch it, she did say it in a video that it's my Medal of Freedom from Charlie. What she said, and she even showed it like that. So and I zoomed it in and we did a whole live on it. I'm like, yeah, it look that's what it looks like. It doesn't look anything like whatever people were talking about, a mason ring. It's not. It's not. I even told Baze it's not. I don't like to put out stuff that it's not because I zoomed in all the way. I'm like, no, that is actually the Medal of Freedom medallion because there is
That makes me feel a little bit more relieved, but
yeah.
I still could see all possibilities because why did they take his body? Like someone called it JD the body snatcher. I heard someone say that. It's like he just snatched him up right after we got the video of Erica and like never to be seen again.
Well, you remember all the
Do
beef
you
jerky
think that they
talk and
actually
the
drank his blood and stuff? Like this is weird.
I don't know, but I just did find it interesting that two very prominent, Owen's huge himself. Like Owen's a huge personality. Baron's quote posting it, and then so is Milo. I just thought, well, quite the tea for the night.
Well, yeah, this is so weird. Like, how far down was this on his page?
Well, and if they hated him and if any of them partook in these type of activities, why, like, what would stop them if they're gonna kill him?
25th. It was
And even if
yesterday.
it's not the case, Baron has said that he does stuff like this to pressure the truth out of people. Like, you know what I mean? He'll say obvious things that are maybe wrong just so that
Well-
people. I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just
and
saying.
if anybody studies like the Illuminati stuff, I don't know what studies
Oh,
it,
no,
like,
I
in any of those conspiracies, like I think part of those rituals is like you have to sacrifice somebody very close to you or somebody that you love to move
Yeah.
up to the next level.
I would say today of all days, like I believe it more than ever because of some of the rabbit holes I'm going down. And I'm 100% convinced that this is a spiritual warfare. Like there's nothing else that explains what's going on, in my opinion. I feel like I've caught up to the research. I'm where, not as far as Candace has gone down or maybe even Baron, but like I feel like I've caught up to where they started in all this. They kind of knew these
What do you
things.
think of that? What do you think of that Muppet? If you're still here, what do you think of that? This post here.
I don't know, man. It's
really hard to stomach.
It is. And I haven't really done any looking deeper into it, but
My very first
it's
rabbit hole
disturbing.
was Frazzle Drip.
Yeah.
And I will never
Yeah.
be the same.
What'd you say?
Said my
Frazzle
very
Drip.
my very first conspiracy rabbit hole was Frazzle Drip.
Oh my goodness.
That's a hell of a way to start.
Wow. Well,
I've been down so many of these rabbit holes, and none of them end well, and most of them just end in satanic ritual. And I think that's where most of the missing kids go. There's this satanic cults, and God knows what they're doing with them. But,
To your guys' point about the spiritual warfare, what people tend to if they're an atheist or an agnostic, I like to say this: it's okay to not believe in anything, but you need to understand that the elites do believe in something, and that's what they play by is their rule book of sickness and all of these rituals.
No,
and
there's a
stuff.
whole Illuminati calendar publicly available.
Oh
yeah, they definitely go by their own calendar. And Lord Rothschild used to set space at his table for Satan, like literally set a place at his table.
Oh my
So
God.
they we have sort of shrines, and we go to churches and stuff. They have shrines that are to Baal and Satan, and literally worship to that every night. And they're a different breed, man. And there's heaps of them. There's a lot more than you would expect.
Well, it all drives back to the Elysian mysteries cults, you know, and the Red Sea before Jesus' time, where they were all on like drugs because the Romans believed in the body being like a pharmacy, and so it was like death bringers and light bringers, and you would take a drug and then you would have to take an antidote for it because it was like had pit viper venom and whatever else. And so it all derives from these cults where there was sacrificial, they say sacrificial lambs, but it was really children and bloodletting and everything else. And it's horrific history, but it goes back 4,000 years to like the Garden of Jezebel, and the Phoenicians, when they were doing the Elisa mystery cults. And so it's
You just mentioned Jezebel. Did you look into that Jezebel curse and those Jezebel witches?
Yep. I did a whole live space. I did a whole live stream on that one.
That's pretty wild. I dug deep into those too. They're sisters, eh?
Yep.
That's where it really stems from. It's like 4,000 years ago when they were still trying. It was the reset of reality. You know what I mean? Reset of humanity, and they were still trying to figure it out. But at the time, women were like extremely powerful because like what's called Medusa, the lady with the snakes in her hair. The reason that was because they would have snake venom in their hair so they could poison their darts with the snake venom that was running through their hair, and then they would shoot a guy with an arrow, and it would cause satyriasis in them. Well, what is satyriasis? It's when you inject them with this snake venom and these other drugs that would basically be an ED med like Cialis or Viagra, and then they would take advantage of them and then kill them afterwards. But like women were the best hunters. They were chosen from birth to be able to do this, in these cults all along the Red Sea. And there was populism and they would kill, turn the guy into stone, quote unquote, and then they would, mate with him and then kill him. So, that's where all of it comes from. And if it was a boy that was born, they would just, put him, basically enslave him or trade him in a trade. So this all goes back to all of that. And it's just brought into modern times now through the ball worship and everything else. I mean, it goes back 4,000 years, dude. This has been going on for so long, and people are now just catching wind of it.
I'm gonna play this short little video that I don't know if you guys see this. I did this a long time ago because of the paving.
This is great.
Look at all the symbols here. Okay.
Yeah.
You see all the symbols?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to read that. The cemented legacy. Okay. Now remember, Erica Kirk put that thing at Amfest. Legacy cemented. You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that, right? In Freemasonry, the phrase legacy, cemented legacy, generally merges Masonic symbolism with a broader cultural use to describe enduring reputation. It refers to lasting impact the brother leaves behind through his moral character, charitable actions, and contributions. The fraternity or his something. I can't read the rest. Okay. The Freemasons has taught, I'm just pausing it so you can read it, has taught their lives living stones by spreading the cement of brotherly love. Masons believe they bind individuals of different backgrounds, creeds, and beliefs into an unbreakable brotherhood. They didn't have to pave it, but they put the cement there. All right, and we got the flower pots, incorporating Masonic symbolism with custom cement and flower pots creates a deeply meaningful, enduring tribute. Freemasons historically associate their craft and tools with spiritual and moral builders, making custom cast cement planters and beautiful floral arrangements are highly appropriate. I just made that short little video just because I had to, because it's pissing me off.
Hey, one thing I just noticed with that alley too, they used a lot of black and white pots, like
Yes.
the checkered floor.
Checkered floor, yeah. It's not so distinct, but it's kind of like one is grayer and one's more dark gray.
Yeah.
You can see it. Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, they mixed it up, but yeah, you can see the black and white in there.
It was black and gray, but I mean, it's still the Masonic.
This guys, this is so Masonic on so many different levels.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But if you look into the American Heritage Foundation, they put out like books all the time. And I when I'm looking through their website and who they're connected to and everything like that, it just leads me to believe that this is kind of the playbook that they write, the script for this Masonic cult. And I don't know. I'm still digging, but
yeah, we got to dig more into this
kind of
because
leading
they
to all
didn't have
this.
to pave it. They didn't, but we're all thinking about, oh, they're covering up the crime scene. Let's think further, not covering up the crime scene. I know that's what they were doing, but let's think of this, the cemented part of it. Okay. And the flower pots. I need to dig on more on that. I've been going through different other rabbit holes, obviously. I wasn't just focused on this, but yeah, the flower pots are a main thing. People are like, why are the flower pots there? I'm like, oh my God, read up on it. What the Masons, a big moth just came in here when you opened up the door, babe. Oh man, these moths. That looks like a bat. My goodness, I'm so scared.
So many bugs inside.
No, because the patio, so our patio door is right, like actually
Oh,
right
I
here.
see.
So
Okay.
he just went outside. So Chris opened up the door and then boom, bug came in. Because we have the lamp.
They're all getting away
outside,
from the
so
wildfires.
I mean, maybe it's the bug that Mitch is talking. That's a big bug. But anyway,
Bugs Life Matter too.
Could he still be alive, guys? I'm like 50-50. I don't even know anymore.
I mean, I've seen very little evidence that he is. I mean,
Why? We don't know, but how do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a smidge of evidence, obviously. Like we don't have a body. They don't want to talk about where the body is. But that could mean other things too.
Yeah.
Like what Baron just put out, and Owen. But also I found it interesting that in Erica's first speech, she talked about Charlie in first person or not first person. Sorry, it's late. In present tense, and I found that interesting. You know, there was very little blood. I mean, there was just, I don't know, doctored footage. Yeah, I mean, there is maybe some evidence, but I don't know. I don't think.
What do you think, ADN?
About what
Alive?
part? Sorry.
Alive
About
or dead?
live? Oh,
Do you think-
he's got to be dead. And I thought that from the very beginning because just of all the patterned assassinations over history by this specific group that's most likely involved, these numbers are in the hundreds of, or maybe thousands if you look far enough back. So I just had no reason to believe they would ever keep him alive. Just none. There's literally no reason to.
Ian Carroll released a video the other day that said, that it was a book about that certain group of people, and they've killed or assassinated more people than any other in all the other countries in the entire world combined.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah, they're actually known for that. Even Joe Kent said on record the most odd individuals are known for that specifically, and they're actually praised for that. And that's from this same group of people that we're talking about here. And we know that there's been whistleblowers that came out and said most odd individuals were infiltrating TPUSA. So
they have been since the 1918, since 1949.
I mean, it's been even longer than that, really. I mean, we've been fighting against these
All the
people
books.
for a long time. So,
Mhm.
actually, if anyone doesn't know, a very good book to read about this stuff is called the History of Human Enslavement and the History of the Central Banking System. It's the #1 book to basically tie all this stuff together. It goes back to the Romans, and it's exquisite, and it talks about this stuff. So, you guys want to learn
One
about
Nation
it?
Under Blackmail is another one too.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great one. But this one I've never read a better book, quite frankly. It's my #1 recommend.
Can you say it again, Adian?
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat. Let
Yeah,
me
that'd be great.
drop in the
Yeah.
chat. I would highly recommend
Thank
it's a pretty easy read. But it even talks about Lincoln's takedown. It talks about the takedown of Caesar. It talks about the takedown of Napoleon Bonaparte. These are all operated by very similar individuals, and they talk about our childs. I mean, very detailed book, but yeah, and it was written by a scholar. So I'll drop it in the chat.
Thanks, Adian.
Who
Anyways,
sent me
can I? I'm gonna sign off, guys. It's almost
Me
2
too.
o'clock
Yeah,
here.
I think we're done here. Yeah. Me
Um,
too. Somebody just said they sent me something. Oh, is that what's his name? The band member?
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons. Is that a picture of him and Charlie? Oh my god. Let me pull.
That's
What is
freaking
what?
awesome.
where I see a
Wow.
picture of Charlie and Gene Simmons.
Yeah. Where did you find that? Where'd you find that little thing? I'll bring it up.
That real?
Did you know
He's,
that I learned today that Israel keeps a list of their assassinations on Wikipedia?
That's what Chris just said that. He just opened up the patio door before the moth came in and said he just said exactly what you just said. Like, are you guys telepathic or something?
Yeah, they list it all on Wikipedia, and they've actually done, allegedly, ex-operators have done interviews of 60 minutes, basically detailing the whole thing. It's a 1-hour interview with an ex-apparent agent. I suggest you guys go actually watch that interview. It's actually insane. He talks about how the world is a theater and that they are the producers.
Where is that? Is it on X?
You could probably find it on X, but you can find it on YouTube. Just look up that agency 60 Minutes. I believe it's 60 Minutes Australia that does it.
There you
But
go.
it's freaking dynamite. It's
Australia.
You guys see that? I think that's what
Yeah, that's it.
Get Crunked and Listen sent me.
That's crazy.
Is that Gene Simmons?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Gads, man.
What's the book? Hold on.
Facing the Change.
Charge.
Charge. Oh, Charge. I can't say.
Facing the Charge.
Let me see. I can't read it. Hold on.
Game.
J.
Facing the
Miller and
Charge.
Co.
This is
No,
something
that's a
Miller.
different thing.
Is it a game?
Facing the Change.
No.
The Charge. The Charge. The Charge.
Charge.
And then Charlie Kirk put the rock symbol sign.
Oh, wow.
It looks, are they at the MGM or is it the M?
Look at the
there's
chat
two
on the right.
lions.
Miller and Co. Miller and Co.
Look at the
J.
chat on the right
Miller,
side.
J. Miller and Co.
I think that's like a pamphlet though, covering the book.
Yeah, right.
It is.
I
Look at the chat, guys, for a second.
Oh, it's a jewelry thing. Yes. Okay. Now I remember. Louisiana was talking about that. Yes. 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 Yes.
Allie, there's lions on that pamphlet.
Guys, for a second. Guys.
What?
The chat on the side. You just said it, honey. Second thing down. Charlie's there throwing up devil horns.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is that the symbol of devil horns, guys?
I mean,
Yeah, well, it's the rock on.
It's the rock on. Yeah, it's the rock
Yeah.
on. So
I take it as rock on, but you know.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
it's
concede.
not. So it's not devil horns.
But Allie, there's lions on that pamphlet.
I know.
You see that?
It's always a lion. Well, you know who Gene Simmons is. He's going to be.
He's got a long tongue.
going to be all up with the Lions. Thank you so much for the jewels. I don't know what the jewels do. Can you tell me?
It's when you're in the chat, and you chat a lot, and so it boosts your algorithm, so people can redeem.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and so
boosting
people
me.
redeem them. You know, they chat more, they donate more, they get the jewels, and then they'll donate them, and it boosts your algorithm.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for boosting me.
Thank you, Kim Brown 2787. We appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much.
Boosted.
And Crunk's saying, look at the wall. Do I see Egyptian eyes there?
Yeah,
tell
that's
me.
what I was seeing.
No.
That's what I was seeing.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I seen a
The all-seeing eye.
Wow.
No, like what is it? A half dozen
What the
or
heck
so
is that?
or more?
Oh
Or
my
is it?
god, they look like triangles. What is that? Oh my god, is that Illuminati?
Yeah, at the very top, there's a triangle around it.
I'm seeing a whole bunch of triangles. Holy smokes! It's a bazillion triangles with a bazillion eyes.
Oh.
Allie's zooming in right now.
Was Charlie in it?
Can you zoom in
Yeah.
on the wall to
Yeah,
try to show people a little bit better?
I think he was born into it, Allie. I think he was born into it.
This is scary, guys. I'm scared.
Well, it's funny because we were actually sort of talking about that in the show we did last night with Tommy Borum.
Yeah.
About how Charlie was
born
literally
into it, yeah.
was born and potentially, allegedly, maybe born, groomed, and raised to be a certain role right from the jump, with his family having early ties with the Trump family. So
If you look, if you
So
look
that's
into
just
his
interesting.
dad, his background, yeah, there's something there. Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna bring
Well, he
up
designed Trump Towers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they were good friends, yeah.
Well,
Apparently
he also donated to Mitt Romney in 2012.
he grew up
His
with the
dad.
Trump family, actually.
Yeah,
Charlie,
there's
so-
something there.
There you go. Can you see it now?
See, look, it's a bazillion triangles with bazillion eyes in the triangles. Crazy. It's interesting.
This is nuts. And the spirals. Yes, and the spirals. Oh my gosh.
Going up the other side. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Spirals are actually kind of interesting. I'm just sort of staring at them.
Sorry, the bug that just came into my place was very humongous. And now I don't see it. I'm scared. Like it looked like a bat.
Oh,
Babe, you gotta be
man.
careful when you open up a door. I'm scared a bat's gonna. We have so many bats back there.
Actually, there was one out front.
Okay, I'm scared.
When I was out front about 20 minutes
I
ago.
can't do bats.
I heard it squeaking, and then
No, you didn't.
and then I heard something hit the neighbor's tree. So I just figured it just like flew into the tree.
No, don't do that.
Oh, Adian, did she bounce out?
Oh, I guess she did.
You
Yes,
said
I
I'm
guess she's
tired.
tired. We all got. I gotta go. I'm
Yeah.
sorry keeping you
I gotta
guys
go.
up.
It's late.
You know what?
Um,
I'm so glad you guys came today. I don't know where Wisha went. Wisha's gone too. Everybody's
bounced.
popping out.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning.
Thanks,
babe.
Muppet. Thanks, Tornado Alley. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
sign off. Yeah,
thank
thank you
you.
so
Yeah, all
much
good.
for asking that question to Gary. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good
That's
job.
fine.
Good job in the space.
Yeah, really good job.
Finally, a space was sort of useful for something fucking pressing his ass.
Fire.
There's so much like circle talking in the spaces. I just can't spend the time in them unless I know it's going to be worth it. So
I know, it's painful.
it
Yeah, thank you,
is.
Muppet, for-
I can't believe you got the patience for it, dude. I can't
Yeah.
deal with that.
So thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I have we have Pastor Sunday tomorrow, so I will see you guys tomorrow. So,
Can I
Cheers,
say
Ellie.
one thing
See ya.
before we bounce out?
see ya. Yeah.
One, thank you for having me. Two, I just thought it was so cool that this has gone mainstream.
Yeah.
And I just want to kind of give a big round of applause to you, Allie, and
Oh my
and
God.
everybody that has worked so hard to keep plugging
fighting?
at this and
Yeah.
keep fighting and searching for answers. And I don't know, it does give me hope that it has made it to mainstream. At least there's a voice now. up there.
Yeah, and then we don't back down, right? That's like,
Yeah.
that's kind of like what Muppet
No.
does. He's very
Yeah.
brave.
No stopping now.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
brave.
So I just wanted to shout that out and, just pat ourselves on the back a little bit for, keeping this
Yeah.
going and
Yeah.
not stopping. Let's
I will do
go
it.
at it.
Thank you so much. That was very well said.
So yeah. Anyways, with that, let's
Yeah.
go to bed.
God bless
Well said.
all of you. God bless Muppet and everyone in the chat. Yeah, keep fighting, keep pushing for answers because they're trying to stop us. They're doing they're recruiting. Gary's recruiting people to attack
Yeah.
or change
Oh
narrative
yeah,
or
they're on
whatever he
full
wants to do.
force. They're on full
So
force.
yeah, with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I'll do power for Scotty. Oh no, forget Crunk and listen. Power, yes.
Oh yay.
And thank you all for contributing tonight. It was fun. We got to listen to the space. We got to talk. It was great. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And I will see you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Ellie.
Everybody. Yeah, bye. Bye, Muppet. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tornado Ellie. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. We are doing Pastor Sunday. It depends on when Baron's going live. It's probably going to be 5 p.m. Eastern. But if he goes that time, then I'm going to have to push it. So we will see. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Christ is King. Say Jesus' name and keep fighting for the truth for Charlie. See you later, guys.